Hello, my name is Jonathan Rubright. It's my honor to be your MC for this afternoon's NERA Awards luncheon. When Ty and Madison and Andrew and I first realized that this conference was going to be held in a virtual format, we wanted to make sure that we were utilizing the array of opportunities that were available to us in this novel format. So that included educational workshops, interactive panel sessions, maybe more traditional paper sessions, but also pre-recorded sessions such as this. One of the nice things that this pre-recorded session allows us to do is recognize that having one long day of Zoom meetings can be really tiring. And some of us need a little bit of a break so that we can come back refreshed to engage in the rest of our afternoon sessions. So I'd encourage you to take a moment to pause this recording, get up, stretch your legs, get yourself something to eat, and come back and join us for the rest of this awards luncheon ceremony. We'll be here whenever you get back. And for those of you still with me, allow me to share with you that this is actually one of my favorite sessions of the entire NERA conference. And I say that because it causes me to reflect on three aspects of the organization: NERA's past, NERA's present, and NERA's future. NERA's past because a number of the awards that we're going to hear about today are named after significant and important NERA members who have made contributions to the field and important contributions to this organization. NERA's present because those awards are being given to current members who have made notable contributions either to the field or to the organization. And I also reflect on NERA's future because who knows which one of us on this call will be motivated to provide additional contributions to the field or to the organization such that we might be nominated for one of these awards either next year or in future years. So I'm really pleased to be part of this session for this afternoon. I'm going to be introducing a number of presenters who are going to present to you the individuals who are receiving each of this year's awards. Our first award will be presented by Beth Perkins, who's the chair of the Graduate Student Issues Committee. Beth from James Madison University is going to be presenting the G6 Best Paper Award. Beth?
Hi, I'm Beth Perkins, and I'm the chair of the Graduate Student Issues Committee. One of the G6 charges is to organize the Best Paper by a Graduate Student Award. After each conference, graduate students may submit their papers that were presented at the conference for consideration of this award. Papers are reviewed by professional volunteers and rated on their quality and contribution to the field. I'm happy to announce that the winner of the 2020 Best Paper by a Graduate Student Award is Brianna Craig for her paper titled Sonography Certification Examinations: The Influence of Practice Tests and Self-Selection Bias. Brianna presented this work at the 2019 conference in Trumbull, Connecticut, and the work was co-authored by Jean Horst and Heather Harris. The abstract for the paper reads, researchers investigated whether completion of practice tests predicted sonography certification scores after removing group differences due to self-selection, and whether that effect differed by exam specialties. To control for self-selection, researchers used propensity score matching. Propensity score matching allowed researchers to match individuals who chose to complete a practice test with individuals who chose not to complete a practice test, based on similar patterns of relevant covariates. Overall, the completion of practice tests was associated with exam scores. However, when broken down by exam specialty, only 1 of 12 exams revealed a significant relationship of practice test completion and the final certification exam score. Implications for the field and causal claims are addressed. Brianna is a 2020 graduate from the Quantitative Psychology Master's Program at James Madison University. Congratulations to Brianna from the Graduate Student Issues Committee.
Next, I am pleased to welcome Dr. Rochelle Michel, immediate past president of NERA, to present us with this year's award winner for the Willott Distinguished Paper Award.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Rochelle Michelle. I am the past president of NERA, and I am sending you greetings from my home in New Jersey. So sad that we're not all able to be together this year for the conference, but excited that under the leadership of our current president, Ross Markle, and his wonderful conference co-chairs, we are still able to bring you this virtual conference. So I hope everyone is enjoying it. So today I'm speaking to you in my capacity as chair of the Lorne H. Willott Distinguished Paper Award Committee. I know that's a lot. And in this capacity, I have the distinguished pleasure of introducing to you the 2019 award winner. But before I do that, I would be remiss if I did not thank the past chair of this committee, Abigail Cahill, who was actually, under her leadership, led the review process that gave us this wonderful paper that we had an opportunity to read and review, and just really saw the value and the impact of this work. So thank you to Abigail and her committee. So today it is my pleasure to introduce to you and to congratulate Rebecca Kang McGill Wilkinson, and her paper, this year's paper, the 2019 Distinguished Paper Award, goes for her paper, Bullying Experiences of Non-Binary Secondary Students, the Protective Role of Relationships with School-Based Adults. And Rebecca is the coordinator of program evaluation for the Baltimore County Public Schools. And one of the key findings, kind of as demonstrated through the title of the paper, was that social support from school-based adults reduced the risk of bullying and low school belonging of binary students. So without further ado, I just want to introduce you to Rebecca and allow her to share some words with you today.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm just thrilled to receive this award. I want to make sure to thank my co-author, Christine Koth, and the rest of our team at Baltimore County Public Schools. We work really hard to highlight the lived experiences of our most underserved students, of which includes non-binary students. So we are especially honored to receive this award for our work in thinking about what matters for those students in our system. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. And everyone, I'll give that virtual round of applause that we would be giving if we were all together. So again, thank you, Rebecca. Thanks for zooming in and joining us for this NERA Awards ceremony. Thank you.
Next, Dr. Jody Pirro from Western Connecticut State University will be presenting the award winner for the Donlin Memorial Award for Distinguished Mentoring.
Hello, I'm Jody Pirro, the chairperson of the Donlin Award. NERA presents this Thomas F. Donlin Memorial Award for Distinguished Mentoring each year at the organization's conference. This award was established in the year 2000 to recognize Tom Donlin's long and valued contributions to NERA, particularly as a mentor to colleagues. Since then, the award has been presented annually to NERA members who've demonstrated distinction as mentors and who've guided both colleagues and students toward productive paths in their careers and as educational researchers. The practice of mentoring in education is long-standing, and many of us can name a person who helped move our careers along by being more than just a friend or colleague. That person may have been an advisor in developing a research agenda, or perhaps who brought you to NERA for the first time after suggesting that you might be ready for a conference presentation. The recipient for this year's award is Dr. Catherine O'Callaghan from Western Connecticut State University. Dr. O'Callaghan was unanimously selected for this prestigious award by the three-member committee with co-members Dr. Marcia Delcourt and Frank Denalio. A letter of nomination accompanied by 3 letters of support provided ample evidence for the committee members to make their decision. Katie, or Dr. O, as some of her students call her, is a professor and chair of the Education and Educational Psychology Department at WestConn. She served as a mentor to both her colleagues and students throughout her career. One of her students commented she leads by example, and that is precisely why she's an excellent leader in the field. Dr. O practices what she preaches. This student added, she leads with compassion and understanding and care of the whole person. She was and is my mentor, as she is now a lifelong friend. Another student reflected on how Dr. O'Callaghan mentored her through her dissertation. She stated in her letter of support, for me, conducting a qualitative research study to complete my doctoral studies was daunting, especially being a full-time elementary school principal, a wife, and mother of 2 boys, who at the time of my graduation were only 8 and 12 years old. Dr. O'Callaghan was my sounding board. She listened closely and asked me probing questions. I often felt that I was her only mentee, knowing full well that she was balancing her leadership at the university with other doctoral candidates. She would remind me that it wasn't a sprint, it was a marathon, which helped me keep life and research in good perspective. Dr. O'Callaghan made me feel special, and our mentor-mentee relationship allowed me to be vulnerable to ask the questions I needed. Her strong knowledge in research, analysis, and presentation provided me with the support to achieve my dissertation defense goal. A third letter of support noted how Dr. O'Callaghan supported him as a student and colleague. He stated, I'd like to make a few points about the department that Dr. O'Callaghan leads. The educational programs that Dr. O'Callaghan have cultivated are forward-thinking and immersive. I have also had the fortunate experience of working under Dr. O'Callaghan as an adjunct professor. Her wisdom and willingness to adapt to the ever-changing needs of education gave me the flexibility and guidance in making my course offerings the best they could be. Dr. Catherine O'Callaghan exemplifies the type of mentor that the Thomas F. Donlan Memorial Award is intended to recognize. Please join me in congratulating NERA's Thomas F. Donlan Memorial Award for Distinguished Mentoring for 2020, Dr. Catherine O'Callaghan.
Thank you, Dr. Pirro, and I want to express my gratitude to the committee and especially for those wonderful, lovely remarks. And I would like to dedicate this honor to the 2 critical mentors who've been in my career and life. Dr. Terry Cichelli, who was my dissertation mentor at Fordham University, and from whom I learned the art of mentoring, and especially Dr. Pat Antonacci, who taught me how to scaffold students' growth and how to help them reach the stars. And I hope in the years ahead to continue their work and continue to help our students at Western. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. O'Callaghan.
And our final award today is the Dougherty Memorial Award for Outstanding Leadership and Service to the NERA organization. This will be presented by Stephen Holtzman. Stephen is the incoming NERA president and a previous Dougherty Award winner himself. Stephen?
Hi, I'm Steve Holtzman, President-elect and Chair of the Leo D. Dougherty Award Committee. This award honors Leo D. Dougherty, who was instrumental in the development and growth of NERA. It is given each year to someone who has shown outstanding leadership and service to NERA. On behalf of the NERA leadership, we are grateful for so many of you who have contributed your valuable time and efforts to making NERA the great organization it is today. Regardless of whether you've been on the NERA Board of Directors, a conference chair, a committee member, a mentor, a conference ambassador, contributed to the NERA researcher, or presented or served as a chair or discussant at the NERA conference, or referred a student or new member to the conference, we thank you. Today we are honoring someone special who has not only done many of these things, but in addition, her contributions have directly led to dozens of new NERA members, many of whom provided great service and leadership to NERA as a result. It is my honor today to present this year's Doherty Award for Outstanding Leadership and Service to Dr. Sarah Finney of James Madison University. To recognize her, here is a video with some kind words from her NERA colleagues and friends.
Hi, Sarah. Congratulations on winning the Doherty Award for your outstanding service to NERA. Obviously, you've done things that most people who've won this award have, such as serve on the board of directors and countless committees as a presenter, a discussant, a chair, and your winning the award would be warranted based on that alone. However, you've also made an indelible impact on both NERA and the students and faculty at JMU, thanks to connecting the two organizations. Really, the experiences that the students and faculty have had at NERA can't really be calculated or estimated. And I know that I, for one, would not be where I am today if it weren't for my experiences at NERA. And that's thanks to you. So thank you for all of the work that you've done to connect those programs. But that's also had an indelible mark on NERA as an organization. And while we probably can't count all of the students, faculty, presenters, chairs, discussants that you've contributed to connecting over the last 13 years, what we can count is this. There have been 12 conference co-chairs, 10 members of the boards of directors, and 2 esteemed presidents that have either been students, faculty, or alumni of JMU. And that's thanks to your work. I'd lastly like to mention that you have just been such an exemplary member of the organization, not only through your service, but just through the ways in which that you provide thoughtful and insightful feedback, at the same time while supporting and acknowledging the contributions and efforts of those people that also work with you in serving NERA. And of course, I'd be remiss if I did not mention that you are simply the best person to ever have in an audience during a NERA presentation. On behalf of myself and anyone else who's ever seen you in the front row, thank you for your smiles and head nods and affirmations. They make presenting so much easier. I'm so honored and proud that you won this award during my term as president because you've been such a huge part of my personal and professional development, teaching me about assessment and psychometrics, but just also how to be a good person. So thank you and congratulations.
Hey Sarah, congratulations on being this year's recipient of the Doherty Award. From your time on the board to the workshops you've given and the countless panels you've been a part of over the years, you've given so much to the NERA community. Not only have you directly benefited the organization, but you've also had immeasurable indirect impacts through those of us who have followed in your footsteps to serve NERA ourselves. Thank you for all you've done for this organization that we all consider to be our family. Congrats again.
Sarah, congrats on winning the NERA Doherty Award this year. It is super well deserved. Thank you so much for everything you've done for NERA, in particular all the students that you've continued to bring there over the years. Thank you for connecting me to NERA when I was a grad student. It quite literally jump-started my career for me. So thank you for everything you've done for NERA. The organization would not be the same without you. We're so proud of you.
Congratulations to Sarah Finney for being selected for the Doherty Award this year, 2020. While we already know the exceptional mentoring and support that Sarah provides graduate students and colleagues alike, this award recognizes the unending service and action that Sarah has undertaken on behalf of NERA. Sarah is an inspiration to all who know her by contributing and helping us realize our potential as researchers, educators, assessment professionals, and more importantly, as caring individuals. Her unending service of encouraging all of us to contribute to NERA is amazing and inspiring. It has been my honor to support Sarah for this award, and it's to all our benefit that Sarah has been involved in NERA and done so much. Congratulations, Sarah, and thank you for all that you do.
Hey Sarah, it's April Zniski, and I just wanted to congratulate you on your NERA Doherty Award. As if your academic chops and your mentoring skills weren't off the chart, you have been a force for service to NERA for more than a decade. You and I collaborated on bringing order to NERA's committees when we were elected to the board together, and you've never looked back since then. The JMU bus keeps coming, and the impact of your work to strengthen and promote NERA is felt across every single aspect of our organization today. It's your willingness to serve, but also the way that you fostered a commitment to service in your students year in and year out. So today, we're celebrating and honoring you, Sarah, with this year's Doherty Award. We're virtual right now, but hopefully next year in Trumbull, it'll be late in the evening in the hotel lobby. We'll have 10 tables pushed together, and we'll all raise a glass to you and NERA then. Until that time, here's to you, Sarah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Oh, wow. I am overwhelmed by the video and all my colleagues and friends. Wow. I want to say how honored I am to receive this award. I follow in the footsteps of the other recipients who have contributed to this wonderful organization. I want to thank Steve Cerisi, who pulled me aside at NCME in 2006 to tell me to attend NERA. And I did. And I continued to attend NERA, first driving several cars, then we drove several JMU vans, and then we ultimately got the small bus, and then we got the big bus. And we've been coming every year, and we get more and more students and colleagues from different departments and even from neighboring institutions. I love writing up my press-like stories about NERA and posting them on the JMU website and sending them to my colleagues near and far and having them attend, even if it means flying in. I had a wonderful experience being on the board of directors and made so many great friends and connections. And as April said, she and Kristen Huff and I worked together on that NERA handbook over drinks and many laughs. And I happily served to support the mentorship committee when it first started by serving as a mentor, and gladly support on panels or workshops whenever you all request. But the thing I'm most proud of, and I'm so happy to see in those videos, is to watch all the JMU students and now alumni step up and infuse NERA with their skills and good nature. It would start with like some encouragement of the graduate students to be on GSIG, and they would, and then they would branch out to other committees, membership or communication. And then ultimately they would be co-chairs or be elected to board of directors or elected president. I would have never guessed when Steve Cerisi asked me to come to NERA while I was at NCME back in 2006. I would have never guessed that that would have been the beginning of this overwhelming contribution to NERA, not only by me, but by my JMU students, alumni, and colleagues. And I'm so proud to contribute to getting that level of engagement to this wonderful organization kick-started. And I want to say in closing, it's really easy to serve and lead and support when you get so much back from an organization. And I have made so many great connections for myself and my students, but more than that, I have made so many great friends from this organization. It's one of the conferences I look forward to each year, and our students look forward to it as well. So it's easy to contribute when you benefit so much in return. So thank you. I am so honored to receive this award.
Thank you. And there we have it, the 2020 NERA Awards Luncheon. I'd like to thank all of our presenters. I'd like to thank all of the committees who are involved in the work to put this ceremony together. I'd also like to congratulate all of this year's award winners. And as you move into this afternoon's sessions, I hope you'll think about the contributions of NERA's past, the celebration of the accomplishments of present NERA membership, as well as looking forward to all of the work that we have ahead of us towards NERA's future. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in this afternoon's sessions.